welcome to tonight's episode of Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Lydia Patel, and as always, I have a very special guest for you. Two ladies in the house tonight who are definitely going to give us some great information. Marie Hippolyte and Mireille Leroy are going to be with us for the next 30 minutes, so stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Beyond Focus TV allows you to discuss contemporary topics affecting the Caribbean people on both a national and local level. The show features informed guests who offer insight, debate, and evaluate various issues. Beyond Focus TV builds on the station's mission to provide useful information to the Caribbean people in New York and abroad. Beyond Focus TV, where our viewing audience can get educated, informed, and empowered. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel, sitting here with Marie Hippolyte and Mireille Leroy. We're actually going to fill us in about a situation that happened back in October 2015. And for those of you who may have read this directly, who live in Rockland County, if you took a copy of the Penny Saver, you probably saw an ad that was really, really disturbing, talking about advertising a post for a job employment, and then actually said, no Haitians allowed. They excluded openly in the ad, no Haitians. So right now we have these two ladies here who are really going to give us the insights on exactly what the situation is and what is the outcome that's soon to be resolved. All right, so ladies, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So Marie, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you really take us back to October? Not too long ago. This only happened about 3 to 4 months ago. But it's still really, really fresh. And a lot of Haitians across the globe who found out about this. It went viral pretty quick. So give us the details on the situation.
Well, like you just mentioned, thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
But like you just mentioned, it was an ad that was put out by Penny Saver in Rockland County, advertising for a nurse position. And in the ad, they put no Haitians. In other words, no Haitians need apply. Looking at it initially, it was such a shock for me because I'm saying this is 2016 and somebody can put it out so blatantly. We know it exists.
Yes,
we know
we do.
it exists. But most people are pretty discreet about their racism or their bigotry. But when I saw it, the shock to me was, how could somebody just put it out like that? And was there anyone watching? Was there an editor reviewing it, saying, what happened? I can't post this. I can't advertise this. You got to take it back. That didn't happen. So all that went into my mind.
Absolutely.
And then I called my sister here. She's the president of Rockland County.
Mireille, yes.
And Mireille, and I said, Mireille, what's going on?
So Mireille, when you first saw this ad, really tell us and describe to everyone at home the shock. Because I was shocked when I read, and I have a lot of Haitian friends. I'm involved in the Haitian community. I'm unofficially Haitian, just from doing the program and having a lot of Haitian friends. And this, I got wind of this very early. And I was shocked about it. At first, we thought it was a prank. You know, sometimes people make fake posts. So my initial reaction is, this can't be real.
I want to start by thanking you for bringing it to light. And thank you for having us. When I received the call, we were about the nurses to meet for our regular meeting, board meeting. And we all discussed it. It was not something that you will see nowadays, 2015, to see an offensive ad like that. So it was a shock to all of us, all the nurses who sat there. And we said we have to have a plan of action.
Action with us.
Yes. And we met with the community. We have several meetings and to see was it true and what can we do about it, because not even we live in something, it's affected here, but what are we living for our kids? If this profession is such a beautiful profession, rewarding profession, a lot of those kids will not go to nursing, and we prepare them. Those are the future. So we cannot have something like that and, and do not
and have
shed
that
light.
Exactly. Marie, as the president here and doing, such great involvement with this and the nurses, just give some facts in terms of just how many Haitian nurses, Haitian American nurses, they actually have to show how great the number really is. Because for them to post that, they obviously know there's a lot of Haitian nurses.
There are a lot of Haitian nurses, and it's funny that you asked me that question. I don't have the exact number, but I can tell you that Haitian nurses make up the fabric of nursing in the New York City area. Not just the greater New York City area, but throughout the other counties. Uh, in New York City alone, I know that we have at least 8,000 nurses that are of Haitian descent. The other counties, I can't account for them. I don't know. But that hit home for us. The fact that somebody could blatantly write an article, publish something like that, and there was not somebody to double check it and say, no, I cannot publish that. I cannot post that. I cannot advertise that. That for us hit home, and we said, no, we must mobilize. We must try to do something about it. And as an association, we have 7 chapters, and we had a meeting, and all the chapters decided that we would write a statement. And so we published a statement in each of the states where all the presidents signed the statement saying that we are very disheartened about what happened, and that the Haitian American Nurses Association is taking a stand against Interim,
Absolutely.
and that we will not take it lightly, because we are contributors to the healthcare system here. Some of us are first generation, second generation, third generation Haitians, and we've contributed a lot to this country, to the communities that we live in, not just the communities that we work in, but outside of the communities that we work in. Some of us do service in Philippines. Some
Really?
things are happening, of course. If there's a crisis in a country, even though we're Haitian, we go there. We deployed ourselves there. We volunteer ourselves there to help out. So no, we need to take a stand, and we need to say, take us seriously, because we are here. We're not going anywhere.
Absolutely. Mary, as the president, specifically of Rockland County, what are the number of Haitians? Is there a strong Haitian population out there?
Very strong Haitian. In New York State, 1 out of 3 nurses, one out of 3 the nurses in New York State is a Haitian nurse. So we are in the big numbers. And like, to piggyback on what she just said, when they had the crisis with Yolanda, the typhoon, myself and the president before me, the immediate past president, we went in on a mission to relieve in the Philippines, to relieve for mission relief, to help the Filipino communities. So we've been to Hong Kong, the association, the Asian American Nurses Association, or we had a program in Dominican Republic. We went to St. Kitts.
Okay.
We traveled.
And you definitely are doing great work. So for something like this to really transpire is absolutely appalling and disgusting. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with a little more details of exactly what's the process, what's the update. Stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm Lydia Patel, sitting here with Marie Hippolyte and Mireille Leroy, who are giving us some insightful information on this terrible situation that happened back in October. And for those who are just joining us, in the Penny Saver out in Rockland County, they had an ad sourcing for new nurses for hire, and they openly said no Haitians allowed. no Haitians can apply. They did not want Haitians in this position. And of course, anyone who's in media, who's in journalism, and anything basically in terms of advertising, if you have a sense of judgment, you can't publish things like that. So it really makes you wonder, who was the editor? Who was vetting these things? Someone actually placed the ad. They just basically took the money for the ad and let them have free reign.
Exactly.
So what has since happened in terms of this happening in October? I know you had a really big gala back in November. Has anyone reached out from Penny Saver even to try to redeem themselves and really justify where there is no justification? But at least say a comment on what went down.
Well, not from Penny Saver. Penny Saver has been silent, but Interim HealthCare has been actively trying to get the attention of the community and apologetic about what happened. The lawyer will go into details about, Magali Rodriguez will go into detail about it, but in terms of their apology, they've even tried to attend my gala in November, because Greater New York had their gala in November, but I told them it would not be a good idea at this time for them to attend their gala. It was just fresh. It was in October, and they had also asked to give money in terms of, donating money to the cause of our gala, because we give scholarships. And I also said, not this time. Right now, it would not be appropriate at this time.
It would not be appropriate, and that would almost be a sense of hush money.
Exactly.
You'll take it. You know what? Thank you. That's a
Thanks.
way of buying your apology,
Yes.
and you can't buy your apology for something like this because, like you said, 1 out of 3 nurses in the Greater New York area are either Haitian or of Haitian descent. So that really shows just the strength in numbers. And I'm curious, for anyone in the Rockland County area, did anyone apply, Mireille, for the position?
Yes. With our culture, we're trying, and that's the reason we are here, to encourage people to come forward. And, if you have encounter any discrimination, because we have a lot of Asian people who's working for Interim, and different capacity, CNA, nurses aid, LPN, and RN. So we're trying, because of background, some of them have fear of retaliation, fear of, not knowing if they're going to be fired by coming forward and say, I was subject to something like that. And we encourage the nurses, the CNA to come forward and let us deal with it. Let us tell us, because I think the lawyer will go in detail about that. That's the fear of, being retaliated.
Against, right?
It's gonna be, worse than,
And that's something I really wanted to go into,
Yeah.
Marie, if we could just cover that for a brief moment. The retaliation, I'm sure discrimination, not just in this ad. This was, of course, I look at this as a special case because it was blatant. There's a lot of hidden where people just choose not to hire.
Right.
They try to code it as language barrier or not fit to do the position. There's so many different things that people use when they just don't want to hire you. So in those instances, if anyone feels they're discriminated against, and it's within the nursing or medical field, they can reach out to you.
Yes, they can. In fact, we're asking the public that if they work for Interim or any facility, any healthcare facility, or actually any healthcare agency, that they feel that they were discriminated against, to please reach out and let us know. The fear of retaliation, of course, they might lose their job, they have bills to pay, but they must know that the law is with them. That if you come forward and you say that you were discriminated against, and it's proven, they cannot fire you. They cannot retaliate against you by telling you, okay, you're out of a job. They cannot do that to you. The law protects